Good Lord. So much boo-boo in here. Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Jen, and today I got for you another video of Medieval Dynasty. I love this game so much, and if you do too, and you love the content, make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that like, join the family. Today, we're going to get into farm animals. As you can see, I have a couple. They sleeping right now. But yeah, you see they got some boo-boo in here. But yeah, we got some goats, we got some sheep, some pigs, and cows, and all kinds of stuff going on. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we've grown our little village out pretty good now. We have right here, what we talked about before. This is the work area, kind of like the town area, and then over here is like the residential where all the people sleep and all that good stuff. We still haven't upgraded everybody's house yet, but it's in the works. So we did add an animal area. This is our honeysuckle, which is where we get our honeycombs from. But you could just put somebody on here to get honeycombs. It's fairly easy. Doesn't take any tools or anything like that. And they'll just stack honeycombs. And I usually use the honeycombs to sell at the service stations to make money because it's an easy dollar. It's an easy dollar. So we got some pigs over here. Look at the manure in here. Good Lord. So much boo-boo in here. And you need the boo-boo because you can turn the boo-boo into fertilizer for farming. So you definitely need the boo-boo, but that's a lot of boo-boo. I got a lady working. She must, or maybe, is it him?
I love doing the same thing every day.
Every day. So, okay, she works it. So she should be collecting this boo-boo and stuff and, doing what we need to do. We got boo-boo in here too from the goats and stuff like that. This is my 2 sheep goats. Now, the thing is, you can get baby animals or you can get adult animals. The thing about the baby animals is, like this sheep right here, they're cheaper, but they don't give you anything. So you have to wait for these baby ones to grow up before you can get anything from them. So, like baby cows right here. We're not going to be able to get any milk from these cows because they're just babies. But I'm hoping that later on, my money was tight, so I got 2 little ones. And I'm hoping that once they grow up, they'll have babies and they'll be able to, they'll have milk and all that good stuff. We got geese over here. They just produce eggs and feathers, which is nice. So they produce milk. They produce eggs and feathers. They produce manure. That's all pigs do. You would think they would produce bacon or something. But then you got goats. Goats do goat's milk, manure. Sheep do wool when they grow up. So, yeah. It's pretty cool. But there are some other animals you can have, which is like a donkey, a horse. There's different types of animals that you can pick. These are the ones that I picked for this village. But there's definitely more than just these animals. So, when you go to your management, this is where you see all your animals. This is how you maintain them. We got 3 geese, and these animals that you have, you can breed them. And you can also make more. So like if there's 2 adult goats, male and female, you can breed them. It just takes some time. And it's kind of sporadic. Like you don't know exactly when, they're going to give birth or whatever. But yeah, so let me take you to the towns and show you where you can pick these animals up for your village. And I would recommend that you put down the sty where they live, like their houses first before you go and get the animals. But let's go to each village and I'll just show you what animals are in each village. So the first village we'll go to is Astoria. We'll head over there and I'll show you what animals you can get over there. Let's go. All right, so we made it to Astoria. This is like one of my favorite places because I love the water. And this is like a little fishing camp. They do like a lot of fishing and stuff over here. Now let's go. I believe Astoria has goats and sheep, but I'm not for sure. Yeah. So if you come over here in Astoria, if you want goats, see they got baby goats over here, they got big goats, but see they come in different prices. So to get this one would be $481 for a female. See, it's only $61 to get a baby. Then you come over here, another female. Where's the male at? Usually the male looks bigger. Okay, here we go. $300 for a male. So what you could do is, like what I did when I didn't have any money, was I got 2 baby ones. But then once you get the 2 baby ones, you have to wait for them to grow up. That's the only bad thing about it. But if you get a male, let's say I buy this male for 300, and then I get this female for 481, they eventually, as long as they're kept well, and you have somebody working, like doing animal keeper on their bed, on their home or whatever. Each season, you have a chance for these to create a baby. So that's one of the benefits, you know, of going ahead and buying 2 adults. But sometimes you're broke, like me, and I had to buy 2 babies. Yep. All right. So right now I got a little bit more money. So what I could do is, let me see. See, I only bought 2 baby ones, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy this ram right here. Oh, I don't have my coins on me. Dang it. But what I would have done was I would have bought this ram, and I probably would have bought a female, probably her, and then, you know, I would have had them in my, but I don't have my money on me right now, so I'm broke as a joke. But anyway, so over here they have sheep and they have goats in Astoria. But like I said before, I'd recommend that you build their houses before you buy them. But you can buy them even if you don't build the house. They'll just sit in your like inventory until you place them. So, all right, so that's what Astoria has. They have sheep and they have goats. Now the sheep give you wool. The goats give you goat milk and manure. So that's what you get from there. The milk, of course, you can drink or sell. Manure you use for farming. We're going to head over to Skalunky. I can never say that word right. Whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We're going to head over there and see what animals they have in that town and what products we can get from those animals. All right. I'll see y'all over there. All right. We have finally made it. Look at all the people waiting to get recruited. We don't need no more people though. At least not right now. We have a lot. I have a lot of people. I think I got like 30 people we're managing right now. So we're good. So over here, I'm gonna just call it Ski, because it's too much to try to think of how to say that name. So I'm gonna call it Ski. All right. So if you come up here, you'll see we got some chickens, and they're pretty cheap. They're not too expensive. You get some chickens for 36 cents. You get, the female, the hen costs a lot, which is 78, but the rooster only costs 36. But you'll need the rooster to make, more chicks.
Maybe interregnum isn't such a bad thing after all.
Baby chick here for 18. So they're fairly cheap. This is a good starter. I would say this is a good starter animal. But the chickens, they're going to give you feathers and they're going to give you eggs. So it'll keep you people fed, and then you can use the feathers to upgrade your bed or make, I think, some arrows and all kinds of stuff with the feathers. But yeah, so the chickens are here in Ski, and then we're gonna go over here to the corner, and we have, what the world? Look at them. Look at them. It's so cool to see how the NPCs like interact. So what do we have? Okay, we got donkeys over here. Nice. Now, me personally, I've never bought a donkey. So I don't know. I think they just give you probably manure. And maybe you could ride them if you put a saddle on them. Or maybe they can like hold storage, I think. But I've never bought a donkey before, but they are extremely cute. Look at them. And they're snorting and everything. I love the donkeys, man. And then so you can build, this is what you would build on your village to keep the donkeys. So sometimes it's good to see how the other village builds, because then you can get inspiration of how you want to build your village. So see how they put this fence right here, which is kind of cool. And then, yeah, this is kind of dope. I like how they did this. But yeah, so you can get donkeys here at Ski, and you can get chickens here at Ski. So that's pretty cool. And so yeah, I think the donkeys just give you like manure, and maybe you can ride them if you put a saddle on them. That'd be kind of cool. And the chickens give you eggs and feathers, so really, really cool. All right, we're gonna go from Ski to Pistovia. Now Pistovia, I know, has a lot of animals over there. Well, a lot of big animals over there. So let's head over to Pistovia, and I'll show you what they got over there. Okay, so we made it here to Pistovia. If you come outside on the other side of Pistovia, you will see there's horses out here. Now these horses you can ride for sure, but you see the price. The male is 3,400. 3,400 for a male horse. Let's see, is this a female over here? Nope, that's a male. The baby horses are 2,800. Let's see, is this a female? Yep, 2,800 still. So they don't have any female adult horses over here? That's crazy. Well, you see how much the male horses cost. The females are probably going to be close to the same price. But I know with the horses you definitely can ride. You can put a saddle on them. And I think besides... my bad. And I think besides them being like really, really pretty. And they come in different colors and stuff. Like this isn't the only color. This is just the colors that they have right now. But these horses are beautiful. And you know, we run around a lot in this game, but it is nice to have a horse that you can go a little bit faster getting from town to town or getting to wherever you need to get to. So horses definitely they have benefits as long as you got enough food for them. This is their little home. You put their food in there, they sleep in here and stuff like that. So horses are definitely amazing there in Pistovia. You see how much they cost though. So then we come down here, cut a left right here. We got Geese. So a female goose, $84. $84. We got any males in here? That's a male. 61. The little chickadees, 18. So you see the prices. Geese give you feathers, of course, and eggs, just like the chickens. So really, you can just pick which one do you prefer. Do you prefer the geese or do you prefer the chickens? On my base, we have geese. So, but chickens are cool too. So as you come around this way, and this is the biggest base on the map. You come out this door right here. Is it right here? Yeah, right here. Turn to the right. You come where the windmill is, and you will see the cows. Now, they have cows here, and this is where they sleep. So this is the area that they have, you know, for the cows or whatever. But usually during the day, all the cows walk out, and you'll find them over here to the left. We're going to jump over this stuff. Ooh. Yeah, so you'll come out here, and usually they're out this way. Here they are. Yep, found them. So let's see. For a baby cow, for a female, it's 300. This looks like a female cow. Yep, 1,100. That's not the bull, is it? No. I don't think that's the bull either. There it is. The bull's right here. You see how much bigger the bull is than the females? And he's cheaper because he doesn't produce milk. The only thing you would use the bull for is to make baby cows and to, you know, I think manure maybe. And this is a baby cow, 300. They're too cute, right? Yeah, I love the animals in this game. They make them pretty realistic, I ain't gonna lie. So dope. But yeah, so the female cows are gonna give you milk. So, and the other, like the bulls, doesn't really give you anything. They just help you, you know, make more baby calves that potentially will grow up and be bigger cows to give you more milk and stuff. So, I hear you. I hear you. Too cute. Too cute. All right. So this is what you got at Pistovia. Definitely, you know, oh, they're going to work. Definitely dope. You got the cows, you got the geese, and you got the horses here in Pistovia. So now we're going to go to the last city here on the map. And it's Kalanica. It's up here. We're going to head that way, see what animals they got up there to offer. And yeah, this should be our last stop right here. So I'll see you there. All right, we've made it to Kalanica. A very pretty town. I'm probably butchering all these names to these towns, but this is what I like to call them. Got the little orchard going. So pretty. But let's come over here. I'll just jump over stuff, you know. I believe Kalanica has the pigs. Yep. Little piggies. They getting ready to go to sleep. Look how they just lay down. What the world? She looking at me like, what you doing here? So we see the female pig is 600. The male pig is 600. The pig, oh, 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 my bad, my bad. The piglet, 121 male, 121 female. That's a male, right? Yeah. So yeah, so the pigs are good for manure. Also, a good pig, like for pigs are good for like starting your base, like if or starting your community. If you want like a good starter animal, chickens and pigs I think would be number one, because chickens give you the eggs and the feathers, and the pigs give you a ton of manure. I mean, y'all saw my manure base at when we first started the video, so they give you a ton of manure. You'll need the manure for farming and all that good stuff. Oh, it's starting to get dark. Farming and all that good stuff. I believe that's it. I don't think Kalonica has any other animals here. It's just the pigs, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I think we went over every animal. Let's do it like this. Did we miss any animal? Chicken, pig, donkey, goose. Nope. That's it. So we went over every animal. Yeah. So Kalanica's going to have your pigs, and that's all they have. All they have is pigs. Maybe later on down the line, they'll add another animal, which would be dope. But for right now, that's what they have. All right. So I want to give you a little sneak peek on something I've been working on. And yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. All right. So we're coming up on a settlement that I'm starting to work on. It's another... Basically, I'm making another home base, and you know, I just started working on this area, so it's definitely not set up fully yet. But as you can see, we're starting to get, you know, a little bit more decorative. Starting to put out a little bit more stuff. Matter of fact, let me go to sleep real quick, and then it'll be easier to show it in the daytime. So I've already placed my house here. And eventually, I believe this will probably end up being the main camp. We have that one in the middle of the map, but I believe this one will probably eventually become the main one. But as you can see, we've already got some stuff set down, some places. But if you look at my house, check it out. We started putting like some decorative stuff on the house, and so this is my main house that I have for me and my wife. She should be in there because... Yeah. So you see how we changed the beds, we've changed the insides, the cooking station, the chest, we put rugs on the floor, all that kind of good stuff. That's little Zadir. Zader, Zadar. Anyway, he's sleeping right now. So let me go to sleep. We'll wake up. It'll be daytime. And then you'll be able to see a little bit better. There we go. I can put that away now. Alright, cool. His wife and a baby. He's still growing. He hasn't become a toddler yet. But this is the village I'm actually... The community that I'm working on, you know, off recording right now, I guess you could say. But anyway, I wanted to use this village because... I'm going to show you guys how to put down the staples. So basically, super simple. You go to build. You go to your animal, whatever habitat. Pick whichever animal that you bought. Let's say you got some chickens. So this is a hen house. So basically, you would just lay this hen house wherever you want it to be. Let's say we want to put it right there. Pull out the hammer. Make it. Alright, so we're building up the hen house. Good to go. Alright, so the hen house is built. See, and they automatically put... Now what you would have to do is put the feed in here, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to use this. I'm just showing you how to build it. So when you would build whatever animal thing that you build, you go into management, you click over to your animal, or you click over to your buildings, go down to animal habitry, and you see where we just built the hen house? There's no hens in it, obviously, right now because I haven't bought any. But if I would have bought some, they would be inside the hen house. So you see in this slide, you can hold up to 10 animals. And I believe this is in every one. Let me check real quick. Okay, no, it's not in every one. So each one is different. So the pigs, they can only have 5. The hen house can have 10. The goose house can have 10. The fold, which is where the sheep and the goats are, they can have 12. The cow shed can have 8. And then the apiary is just the for the honeycombs. It's the bee area. So anyway, so we got the hen house. Once we put animals in here, which will be in these slots right here, we'll be able to go to workers and then assign somebody that doesn't have a job to that working station. I think all our people have jobs right now. Yeah. So once you put that person into that workstation, you do it just like you would do any other kind of workstation. You would say, hey, we want eggs, we want feathers, we assign it, give the work intensity of what we want the most. You say 25% eggs, 50% feathers, whatever you want to do. You would set it and forget it, basically. Because then all your worker would come over and take care of the chickens and stuff for you. And I don't believe that the animals will reproduce without a animal keeper. So you have to put an animal keeper on whatever animal you have on your village, or you can just keep buying them, or you can. That's how they breed. So you'll need the worker to work the area for the animals to breed. But yeah, animals are super simple, super easy, and they're fun. They're probably like one of my favorite parts about Medieval Dynasty, because you can pick whatever animal you want. There's no like guideline to it or anything like that. So have fun, build it up, and we are getting ready to start a Discord for this for my channel. Me and my wife, we're gonna get a Discord rolling because I would love to see you guys is builds and you guys is like how you set up your community, and man, that would be amazing to see. I am gonna do a tutorial on how I build my communities and how I make them look, but that's gonna come later on. We're working on it. But yeah, so I hope you learned something from this animal thing. At least you learned, where the animals are and how much they cost and stuff mainly. Man, you guys are amazing. I appreciate you guys so much. We'll be bringing as much content of Medieval Dynasty that we can, but we also are going to start dabbling into some other content, some other games. I haven't, believe it or not, I have never played Kingdom Come Deliverance. So I really want to play that game, and I want to have my first time with you guys. So make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. And until next time, my friends, be easy.